Right. Hi friends, welcome you back. Once again, I meet you on the topic called leadership. Okay, so leadership is a topic right now I think to lecture you. So this leadership, I think you would have already seen. No, you've already seen, you'd have already heard the words more frequently. Is leadership, right? So how should a leader can be? Okay, and what exactly the word leader mean by? And can you become a leader? That's a question, burning question, right? And that's still lingering in your mind. Can you become a leader? And can I be an eligible person to be a leader? This question will keep on lingering in your mind, right? So, this lecture session has come to you to answer this question. Okay, so the anyone can be a leader. Okay, anyone can be. So, who is exactly a leader? He is a person. Okay, so he is a person knows something which is better than the remaining people in that particular place. So you are here, you are very good at handling a particular program for want of solving the mission problem, and which others cannot do it. Naturally, you become a leader in that. So you start becoming eligible to give your instructions. When you start becoming eligible to give your directions to somebody else, give your information to somebody else, you are you have become a leader. So that is the time when, okay, you become a leader, right? So start knowing something, in a better way which others are not doing. Start upskilling something in a better way which others have not yet started. Okay, so if you do like this, then you will become a leader. I mean, a person of leadership. So this is how the, the leadership concepts work, not only to you but also to everybody. Okay, so yeah, and if you see the best people on this planet, so they all had done three things in their life. The number one is they would have met hard times. So everyone has to see hard times in life. Like the hard time may be from your personal life or it may be in your work life. Your boss may give you pressure, or else your colleague may land you up in problems, and your family may land you up in problems. So everyone has to go through some hard times. So you have to go through. Only then you have to become a leader, right? So this hard times is not to get over you. It is there only to test your emotional stability. Okay. Already we have seen what is emotional stability, intelligence, and everything, right? So I don't want to go to that. So the first quality of a leader is facing the hard times. And number two, the quality of a leader is when working more to do something higher than the remaining people. Okay, so when 64 people are there in the class and you are the only one who are ready to stand up and do something in the course where the remaining 64 students have not done, then you automatically become a leader. So start working hard, not hard. Start working something innovatively where others are not doing. The second thing. And the third one is absolutely connecting to our organization behavior. It is none other than the attitude. Okay. So this attitude is what? The attitude is the one thing which will give you the gentleness. So this attitude means this, it tells you the strength by control. Okay, it gives you the strength with control. That's why it's called as attitude. Okay, so this attitude, skilling, facing hard times, all the three are mandatory for everyone who are ready to become a leader. If you don't want to become a leader, you will miss any one of the three things what I said to you. Right? So suppose if you are not seeing all the three, and when you are filled with the negative stress, whatever we had already discussed in the previous class. um, you will become a victim rather than become a leader, right? So there is version of difference between a victim and leader. Victim is a person always will find problem in every solution, but leader is a person who will find solution for every problem. So that's the difference between victim and leader. Okay, so try to become a leader, but not to become a victim. Fine. I'll go to the next slide. Okay, so in this class now we are going to see some peripherals of the leadership quality. First thing, what is the theory available for leadership? See, this connecting to leadership, there were few people who were given the theories to us. These theories were the pretext, I would call it as pretext, or they were the seeds, to the thoughts of leadership. These theories were constituted as the seeds. Okay, what are the theories we had seen? Just now I'll show you what are the theories, right? Yeah, the first one came to the world is great man theory. It was in 1840. So the great man theory was saying that the leader was a person who is really born in this world. Okay, so and only few people can be a leader, but not all people, and they are supposed to be born. They are not supposed to be made. So that was the whole theme of the great man theory. So in 1840s, before that, there was no thought about the leadership. In 1840, at least, the thought about the hero and heroine and used to flare up in 1840, and it was popularized by Thomas Gary, and he was saying that leadership was all about creation by God. Okay, the God was the person who is eligible to create, but not by anybody. But to counter this theory, the another theory came called tribe theory. The tribe theory was telling us that it was direct contra to the tribe theory. Great man theory. Tribe theory was telling that the person who is a leader will be made as a leader because of the situation. Okay, so the situation only will make the person as a leader. Okay, but again, this tribe theory also justifies that not everybody can be a leader. Only few people who get the situation, that favorable situation, leadership favorable situation, whoever getting it, they can become a leader. So this is what tribe theory is also saying. It was put up in 1930s to 1940s. There were so many shortfalls. I think you can see the shortfalls of this theory in this slide. Next to theory, I think it's supposed to be pretty relevant to the current context is this behavioral theory. That is, the person who controls his behavior, something related to psychometrics. The person who is a strong-minded person will be a leader. Strong-minded person will not be swayed by the scenes, whatever coming up to his life. The volatility is coming up to his life, the hard times coming up to his life, the bad lucks, disappointments, discontents will be nothing to do with the strong behavior person's life. So the strong behavior person is automatically becoming a leader. So the first thought about behavior was put up in 1940. So in continuing with that, the another theory in 1960 it was put up to portray the leadership. Who will be a leader? Who will be eligible to be a leader? The person who is able to solve problem during the difficult time. Now, Prime Minister take up a decision, right, to stop all the railways. 13,780 railways were stopped overnight, right? Because he understood that the railway was a effective system to transform this COVID-19 infection across the country. Had the railways not been stopped right now, so the Indian statistics in coronavirus infection would have crossed 1 lakh very easily. You know about Indian population. So at this population, crossing 1 lakh would have been a very, very easy thing for us. But the Prime Minister took up a correct decision to stop the riots. So this is the leadership, okay? So contingency theory is what? Taking a decision during the difficult time. So when you take the accurate decision, and how accurate are you in taking up a decision at the difficult time? So that's contingency theory telling only that. Okay, every leadership style should be based on certain situations, tough situation. So the country was facing a very tough situation, do or die. If you open up, infection will come and ruin the economy. If you don't open up, again inactivity will come and ruin the economy. So the Prime Minister is caught between the devil and deep sea. Then how best decision he was able to take at the very difficult situation. That's contingency theory is talking in 1960. Okay. And next one is called transactional leadership theory. So this is pretty relevant and everyone can follow this theory. That is transactional leadership theory. Right? So what is called as transactional leadership theory? That means so this theory values a positive and mutual beneficial relationship. That means you know your transaction, your activity will portray your personality is that whether you are a leader or what. Your transaction. Suppose when your friend is not able to do the particular transaction, but you are able to do that. For example, a computer program. All your friends are not able to come up with a solution. They also come up with a solution, but that solution is not successful. But you are only one coming with a solution. That solution is found to be successful. Then you become a leader. Transaction wise. So transaction wise. So in this particular transaction, you become a leader. But your friend will be a leader in some other transaction. You are good in this work, but your friend will be good in other works. Then naturally he becomes a leader. So transaction based, activity based leadership. Okay. So it was put up in 1970. Whoever is able to do more, he is a person who will be named as leader. Okay. Fine. So contemporary leadership theory, that is charismatic and transformational theory. See, charismatic theory, what is that? Celebrities. Same. See, the moment when you see the celebrity on the silver screen, and how do you feel? The moment when Hrithik Roshan is appearing on the silver screen, right? The moment when what is that? Madhuri Dixit is appearing on the silver screen. How do you feel? So that's charismatic leadership. So they bring the charismatic leadership from you, right? See, it's all about thinking about a person very alive. He is a superstar, right? So he is a superstar. You think Rajinikanth, the moment when Rajinikanth appears on the screen, how people think. So he is perceived as a superstar. That means he is a charismatic leader. He would have never come to your place, helped you personally. He would have never given you any instructions to help improve your life. He would have never met your parents, given any kind of help to you. But still, you accept this person as a leader because the moment when he appears on the silver screen, you feel yourself a little bit comfortable. You feel yourself, you see God. As if you see God, you see this person. He is a superstar, right? So he is a charismatic leader. Okay, and on what reason he is become a leader? Then you yourself cannot be explained. Okay, cannot explain this with the proper facts and figures, right? So that's the thing. And second thing is called transformation leadership. See, transformation leadership means what? This is very interesting. That means your mentor is a leader. See, one person is your mentor, correct? See, you all students have got mentors. The mentors are conducting meeting periodically, right? Maybe fortnight basis or month basis. They do interact with you. They sit with you, they interact with you. Fine. See, when you look at your mentor, you just think that something else the mentor is having that which is not possessed by you. Something unique. the mentor is having. You also want to have this uniqueness. That means you also want to become the person as you think. Okay, you think he is a guru, right? You call it he is a guru. You are a disciple. You want to become a guru, right? So when you want to become a guru, you follow the footsteps of your guru. That's transformation leadership. Okay, you follow the footsteps of your guru. So you just follow the instructions of your mentor, then you become a mentor. Right? So this is called transformation leadership. That everyone can do that. Okay. So let Mahatma Gandhi be a transformation leader to somebody else, right? Let what is it? Jay Prakash Narayanan be a transformation leader to somebody else, and let Kamarajan here inside Tamil Nadu be a transformation leader to somebody else. So when you see that you accept this person as your guru, as your leader, then you want to do something whatever your leader does, then finally eventually you become a leader. So the concept is, are you becoming a leader or what? So you become a leader by looking at other person. That's transformation leadership. But that's all about the leadership theories. No? There are different styles out there. I want to briefly tell you what are the styles. There are three different styles are available for leadership. First one is dictatorial leadership. That means what? See, the point is, dictatorial means do what I say. The moment when I say that, see, all of you should listen to Google Classroom and give your comments the very next day. The moment when you see the video, you have to give your comments and post it. Otherwise, you will be dismissed if I say. That means it's dictatorial leadership, right? So do what I say policy. Democratic leadership is right opposite to dictatorial leadership. That means what democratic leadership is also called as participatory leadership because a leader will take a decision after consulting with his subordinates. So without consulting his subordinates, the leader will not take up a decision. That's teamwork, okay? Democratic leadership comes out of the teamwork. So previous one, dictatorial leadership cannot guarantee teamwork. It's against teamwork. For example, in Thailand, a local citizen of Thailand gives any bad comment about the king, he or she will be put behind the bars for 15 years. So they'll be arrested immediately and put behind the bars for 15 years. So that's a law in Thailand. So it's purely dictatorial leadership. And the other side, democratic leadership, everything you will consult with the subordinates and then you will come out with solution for every problem. So it's quite foolproof decision and this is proven to all kind of complex problems. Okay, democratic leadership is proven to all kind of complex problems. The third one is free-rein leadership is more than democratic. That means what? There is no regulation, there is no constitution will be set up. There is no internal law for want of regulating the activities. Okay, so now the internal law is required for everything. Okay, see if you study in this college, this university has got its own internal law. Okay, right from morning you have to attend classes right from 8:35 till 4:40 and periodically after 15 or 18 days you have to go for internal assessment and after 2 or 3 months you have to go for end semester. So this is how your internal law is drafted. Okay, but there is no law, there is no constitution. You yourself can do anything. That's free leadership. So everyone, suppose 64 students are there, 64 students can go in 64 directions. And you can do anything. It is acceptable. If you do good or if you do bad, both are acceptable. The moment when I tell like this, then it's free leadership. If you see Google Classroom or if you don't see them, I don't mind. It's not my business. The moment when I say like this, it is free leadership. Everyone is in it. All the 64 will become leaders. All the 64 can go in 64 directions. That's free leadership. So free leadership is totally an inimical to the entire company setup. A company cannot be successful if freedom leadership exists. Okay, see, a company wants to be a growing company, or whether you want your family to be a growing family, you need the marketing leadership. Yeah. So these are the leadership styles on there. Just go through the slides. Okay, I've given you multiple slides to you on this topic, leadership. Just take your leisure time, go through these leadership styles, and any doubt if you have, don't hesitate to come to my WhatsApp group or even to the Google Classroom. You put up your comments. So don't fail to do that. Thank you.